Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you guys are doing well out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Winn and you are tuned into Cooking with Winn. Into this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make Liberian fried cabbage. So for my cabbage today, I'll be using shrimp, habanero pepper, 1 onion, vegetable oil, chicken wings, and microfish. In here, I have oxtail, chicken feet, and beef cube. You can use whatever fish or meat of your choice. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using, okay? And I have my cabbage here. For my seasoning today, I'll be using a chicken flavor bouillon, adobo all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, Montreal chicken seasoning, 1 feta cube, garlic powder, and onion powder. And you're also gonna need tomato paste for your soup. So guys, these are the ingredients I'll be using to make my soup today. If you want to learn how to make this meal, stay tuned and keep watching. So first thing, you want to go ahead and season your meat and then season your fish. We will be cooking this and this we're going to be frying. So I have my onion powder here. I'll be adding some to my fish and to my meat. Now add some garlic powder. I'll be adding a little bit of Montreal chicken seasoning. Some black pepper, I'll just add a little bit of adobo. So once you're done seasoning your meat, add water to it and then take it to the stove. I added my water to the meat. I'll take this to the stove and cook it for 20 to 25 minutes. While it's cooking, I also mix my fish with the seasoning and then move over to prepping my cabbage. So I have my fish here. I'll be mixing it with the seasoning. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix. Once you're done mixing your fish with the seasoning, you can just cover this with a plastic wrap or with a foil. Since I'm not gonna be frying this right away, I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it sit there till I'm ready for it. Now I'll move over to prepping my cabbage. So to get your cabbage ready, you want to go ahead and wash your cabbage with cold water. You can either cut the leaf and take it apart, or you can leave the cabbage ball like this and cut it, alright? So I was just trying to show you guys how you can cut the leaves for on the ball, but I'm gonna leave the cabbage whole like this and cut it. So I just rinse it one more time. Shake it to drain some of the water, and I'll put this on my cutting board. So to cut your cabbage, you want to cut this part first. You don't need this, so trash this part. So you cut your cabbage into half. And then cut it into quarter. And you can start to slice it. I'm just gonna cut it halfway and then slice it. Now just get rid of these. So cut it into half. You're just gonna stop halfway, not all the way down, and then slice it. Although you still have Liberian style, you can go like this. So you can either hold the cabbage in your hands and slice it like this, or you can do it on a cutting board. Whichever one you feel comfortable with, go ahead and do it. Once you're done slicing your cabbage, you want to get a bowl. Take the sliced one and put it in a pan, just to create space on the cutting board. I'll be cutting the rest of the cabbage, but I'm gonna be doing it off camera. So basically, you just want to continue the same step and slice or cut the rest of your cabbage. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of my cabbage off camera, and once I'm done, I'll show you guys the next step. So this is my cut cabbage. So you want to set this aside and then blend your peppers and your onions together. So before I blend my peppers and onions, I'll go ahead and take my pot to the stove, like the pot I'm going to be cooking my cabbage in, then turn my stove on so it can start heating up. And once it's hot, I will add my oil to the pot. So do that first before blending your pepper. So now I have my pot on the stove. I'll move over to blending my peppers and onions. I have my peppers in here all blend. So I'm just waiting for the pot to get hot, and then I'll be adding in my oil. So the thing about cabbage, you don't want to add a lot of oil. Cabbage is one of those Liberian soup that's known of spitting out oil. Like if I say cabbage spits out oil, that means if you add a lot of oil after you're done cooking, your soup gonna be very oily. Like the oil gonna sit on top of the soup, and you don't want to oil the soup. So use less oil to make your cabbage, okay? So I have my oil in my pot. It's been on for a few minutes now. I will be adding my cabbage to the oil. Also guys, I didn't use all the oil that I had. I had 3 2/3 cups of oil, almost 4 cups. I used some and then a little bit left. My oil is ready. I'll be adding my cabbage. Careful, okay? So let it fry for a few minutes. So at this point, I'll be checking on my meat. So I turn my stove off, and this is my meat. I'm gonna just let it sit here till I'm ready for it. So let's check on this. So I'm gonna still let it fry a few more minutes before I add in my pepper and my seasoning. So I'm gonna give this about 10 more minutes to fry. So my oil is ready. I'll go ahead and fry my chicken and my fish. I'll let this fry, and once it's ready, I'll be adding it to my cabbage. I'm gonna give this one more stir, and I'll be adding my pepper. I'll add in my blended peppers. I'll be adding some black pepper, 1 feta cube, and I'll just break it. Chicken flavor bouillon. I'll mix it in with the cabbage. I will give it another 10 more minutes to fry, and after the 10 minutes I'll be adding my tomato paste. I'll go ahead and check on my cabbage. And now I'll be adding in my tomato paste. And once you add the tomato paste, just stir it to mix it in. I'll add a little more. So basically I used the entire can. So once I have my tomato all mixed in with the cabbage, I will give it 5 minutes to fry, and then I'll be adding my meat. Here. So once you add the meat and the chicken feet and the shrimp, you can go ahead and taste it to see if it needs more seasoning. If it needs seasoning, go ahead and adjust the seasoning according to your taste or according to your preference. If it don't need seasoning, Just cover this and let it cook till the water reduces. Before the water reduces, I'm gonna add in my fish and my chicken. But for now, we'll just let this cook till it's time to add in the fish. At this point, I'll be adding my chicken and my fish. And once you add your chicken and your fish, you can just stir it in to mix it. So I have my meat in there, I have my fish, I have everything in the pot. All I'm waiting for now is for the water to reduce a little bit, and once my water has reduced, I'll show you guys the final product. So guys, this is the Liberian cabbage stew. Once your water has reduced, this is how your cabbage stew is gonna look. This is the final stage. So this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, watch my other videos, like and share with your friends and family, and leave me a comment if you have any question or concern. I appreciate you guys for staying tuned to the end of this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.